For almost a decade, I've been telling you that Cambodia is an intriguing frontier market with a lot of potential for young entrepreneurs, savvy investors looking for an up-and-coming place, or just people who want to go and see a place that's off the beaten track. But there's one thing about Cambodia that I've never recommended, and in this video, I'm going to share details of Cambodia's weird citizenship by investment program. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Henderson. If you want to learn how Nomad Capitalist helps 7- and 8-figure entrepreneurs strategize for and then get their second passport, along with a lot of other cool offshore stuff, go to nomadcapitalist.com for details. Now in this video, I want to talk about one of the weirdest citizenship by investment programs that I've come across. And it's not even really a citizenship by investment program. Now, we talk a lot here, you can watch plenty of our videos about legal citizenship by investment programs. So there's a whole process, there's a procedure. You fill certain documents, you go through a due diligence process, you submit everything, you get accepted, and then you get your passport. Up until now, the weirdest citizenship by investment program we've talked about has been in Vanuatu, where they have multiple ways to get a passport. The prices seem to always differ depending on who you are, or who you know, or where you're from. But Cambodia's takes it to the next level. Now, I wrote about Cambodia's citizenship opportunity back in 2013 with great skepticism. Now, back then, the alleged price tag was between $50,000 and $60,000 that you could pay to get a second passport. But here's the rub, and this is what continues to this day. The deal basically was you would know a certain lawyer, or you'd have a certain connection to someone in power who knew other people in power, who then in turn knew the king, who does indeed have the power to grant citizenship to whomever he chooses. That process has always been very opaque. It's always been very murky. No one exactly knew who to go to. It wasn't even clear in the sense of bribery. It wasn't like, hey, go to Joe, he knows the king, he's the guy, the king's okay with him taking the envelope, and that's all good with us. It was always like, maybe it's this guy, maybe it's that guy. One day, you'd hear, okay, I heard a lawyer over there, maybe knows something. The next day, maybe over here. So just a really murky process. Now, I'm not going to comment on what happens at the top levels. I'm sure the people, with the king, they're more legitimate, they have better things to do than just, collect a few bucks. But at the lower levels, it seems like people couldn't get the deal together. And so fast forward to today, where the last price that I've heard for Cambodian citizenship is now $250,000. And so again, who do you go to do this? Well, I had one of my friends come to me and said, hey, I think this guy can help you. What was even more interesting about it is that, in a way, much more flagrant than whatever happened in Vanuatu, where there were different prices through different agents, and it seemed like they were more catering towards Chinese. In Cambodia, for some years now, the price has been very progressive depending on what your nationality is. If you're Chinese, your price is higher. Other nationalities are lower. I'm not exactly sure which ones are the lowest, but it's based on the fact of, what's the benefit of a Cambodian passport? Now, Cambodian passport as a travel document is actually not very good. You have some travel privileges around the ASEAN region in Southeast Asia. I'm not sure how seriously they would take you if you showed up, if a guy like me, 6'4", looking like this, would show up, hello Malaysia, here's my Cambodian passport. Now what I found in my experience, I have a passport from the Comoros, and sometimes people look at it and where is this? But I've used it pretty successfully in some highbrow countries. I don't imagine it to have huge issues, but who knows, one guy may take an issue with that. But outside of ASEAN, you don't really have a lot of visa-free travel. It's a relatively low-quality travel document. And so the reason that people get it, perhaps they think they're going to camp out in Cambodia, that's going to be their safe haven, they're going to be free from China, I don't exactly know. Cambodia seems pretty cooperative with a lot of countries around the world. The big reason, in my opinion, is that you can use a Cambodian citizenship to buy land. And so therefore you can buy up agricultural land. You can own ground floor properties. Now, as Reed, as an invest agent, has told us, you can also use a Cambodian corporation to do this. He's done that in his business. And so really the deal to me is if you want to be a farmer, if you want to own farmland in Cambodia and potentially hold that until the law allowing foreigners to own land changes and the country opens up in that regard. That to me is the one benefit. And so, what's interesting is as the economy has gotten better, the price has gone up. In this case, it's quadrupled. I don't know how sustainable it is because I don't really know how many people are paying $250,000 to get a passport, other than maybe a couple people at the highest levels who are doing some kind of business, and they think that having a Cambodian citizenship puts them on par with locals. I know some folks in other countries who have gotten local citizenships to give themselves that equal status with other people that are doing business within the country. Outside of that, it's certainly overpriced. Now, we've seen other overpriced programs in the citizenship realm work. Jordan got quite a handful of investors for its $1.5 million investment program to get citizenship. They don't have a much better passport. But when you consider the fact that countries in the Caribbean, which are nice, calm countries with excellent visa-free travel, can start at $100,000, I'm not sure exactly where Cambodia's passport process is going, or the people who are running it are thinking. What I do know is the process remains opaque, it remains murky. I've got a lot of respect for Cambodia, and I think they've done a great job. The passport that some people are out there hawking on the street is just not a good deal. How can Nomad Capitalist help you? 4 ways. Number 1, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to make sure you get our new video every day. Number 2, get a copy of Nomad Capitalist, the book. You'll learn a lot of my personal experiences over a dozen years of studying this stuff, as well as exactly some of the strategies that you can use to build your Nomad Capitalist plan. Number 3, if you're not sure where to start, but you want to come and learn from my team and I, you want to come and mingle with like-minded people, learn more about our live conference, Nomad Capitalist Live. It's coming up soon. And number 4, if you want some help right now because you've got a burning issue, you need something solved, you want to lower your taxes, get a second passport, or build the Nomad Capitalist lifestyle of your dreams, go to nomadcapitalist.com and click on Become a Client.